Now come back. Come back. Why you got on Argentina, bro?
English, no.
Konnichiwa?
No, Chinese.
Konnichiwa, Argentina.
Chinese, no konnichiwa.
Boing.
I saw that yesterday, and I'm just gonna quickly tell you my perspective. I grew up with your dick is little, me Chinese, me play joke, me go pee pee in your Coke. You know, I've seen this one, the ching chong ding dong, like all that. I'm not sitting here like, oh my God, like this is really fucking me up. It's really bothering me. No, because I was raised to do, just if you hear some shit, whatever, get back to work, do your thing. I understand that for other races and other cultures, that's not necessarily what they were taught to do, and that's not necessarily how they react. So when I saw something like this yesterday, I was just like, whatever. But then I let it sit for a little bit, and I was like, no, you know what? Not whatever. Because I'm kind of over it. I don't know if anybody else is aware and really thinks about how different races react to racism. But Asians don't typically get really mad, and they don't really get in your face when it comes to stuff that mocks you as an Asian. They really don't. I've seen people be racist to my dad, and I saw him nod it off, move past it. I saw someone be racist to my uncle after my cousin's wedding. Brushed it off, kept doing his thing. But I understand the culture for Asians, and the culture in America, for the most part, is that because Asians typically don't get in your face about it, they're not very verbal, they're not very loud when it comes to this type of shit, it's like kind of normalized, which is a really weird approach. But I think a lot of times some people believe that because they're not mad about it, it's okay to do it. It's okay to say it. And so with all of that in mind, I retweeted it and I said this: I know he's still young and people make mistakes, but I'm kind of over racist jokes towards Asians being more okay because we won't get in your face about it. I don't know why you put the he's still young. So here's the thing. I put he's still young because he is 17, and I understand that when you are younger, regardless of how mature you might be from the money or how much money has forced you to grow up in his case, because obviously he's a millionaire. I get it. I get that when you're younger, you're going to do things that aren't necessarily correct. And I don't think that he should be canceled, but I will say that stuff like this should not happen again. It shouldn't. And the amount of mental gymnastics that I saw his community, or at least his fans, go through to defend this type of behavior and to defend why this is okay and why it's not that big a deal is the most ridiculous fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life. There were even some comments going along the lines of, he wasn't offended by it. Why are you making it a big deal? What? Like what? First of all, clearly this man's first language is not English. And clearly, if he does speak it, he doesn't speak it super well. There were so many people in this comment section about him going like, oh, he's smiling. It's not that big of a deal. Like, bro, it's a universal thing. When people speak a language and they don't fully get it, they smile and nod because they're not looking for confrontation. How are you going to resolve it? You don't speak the same language. There's no way for you to communicate. So what do? You give a friendly gesture and you fuck off. That's exactly what happened here. The amount of Speed fans that are sitting here going, it's not a big deal. If he wasn't upset, it's fine. It's not fine. I'll make it really simple for you. If you're treating someone different based on how they look or how you perceive them to look, typically pertaining to race, it's racist, specifically when it is used in a negative context. But even if your intention is not negative, you can still be a racist. In case anybody was wondering, he did end up posting something on his Twitter account after the fact of being called out.
Hey guys, it's a clip going around where people are saying I'm being racist to an Asian guy. You know, and I just wanted to say some things, you know. I wasn't being racist to him, I promise you, you know. I seen him, I thought he was, you know, when I see, I thought he was Japanese, so I said konnichiwa.
You were being racist to him.
I watch a lot of anime. I said konnichiwa when I found out he was Chinese, you know. I tried to say...
You didn't think he was Chinese. You insisted on saying konnichiwa after he yelled in your ear, Chinese.
The nickname that they call me in Chinese, I literally was just talking to a Chinese person earlier today at 433. And they said they love me, and I love Chinese people, so I try to...
I believe that. Here's the other thing about why, like, there's a part of me that thinks that IShowSpeed is much smarter than he lets his audience on to be. Will made me aware of what Chinese people have called him, or what he's heard Chinese people to call him. There are some Chinese people that have said some very racist shit towards him. And I just want to get that straight. This is not a hate on IShowSpeed thing. It's not. I think he's a great content creator. I think he's funny. But I also think that what he did was racist. There are some Chinese people that are very rude to him. And the nickname that he is referencing, he knows what it means. It's not hard to figure it out. It's very rude. And I don't think it's okay either. And the point of this is, if you see something racist and it can be controlled and you can say, hey, you know, maybe don't do that, then it's something that should be called out. Anyways.
I say Zhong Kong, like Chong Kong, like it's a nickname that they call me in China.
It's fucked up what they say to him.
I promise you, you know, and if it came off as racist, I promise you, I did not mean it that way. You know, I got adrenaline pushing, I'm making content, live streaming, I'm at the work.
That part I believe. When you are in the moment live streaming and you're trying to force yourself to be funny, because you know you have to entertain. I understand that something can slip, which is why I'm not like, cancel this guy. So I can understand that.
World Cup, watch Ronaldo play, adrenaline pushing. I seen him with a Argentina shirt. You know, I just wanted to say what's up to him. You know, I love other races. You know, I really did not come off as, I didn't really mean to come off as racist. You know, I try to speak Portuguese all the time. Try to speak Arabic, you know, but I don't never mean it in a racist way. And I don't, you know.
That's where this explanation is horrible. I try to say hello to people in their language, right? If he loves Japanese people and the culture so much, you know, I watch so much anime. I love Japanese people. If you have a guy yelling in your ear, Chinese, and you want to say hi to them in their language, you are not so dumb that you think Chong Bong Wong is hi in Chinese. And so nowhere in this apology, this attempt at it at least, is him saying Chong Bong Wong, which is very clearly just trying to mock the Asian language. Nowhere is that addressed. So yeah, nowhere does he say anywhere of him making sounds that are obviously mocking the Chinese language, no matter what dialect you speak. Nowhere is that addressed. You should have just stuck to I was in the moment trying to make content. Because I could understand that. I could understand you let that degenerate side of your humor that you make, you know, slip out with your friends behind closed doors. Because let's be real, the jokes you make behind closed doors with your friends are going to be a little bit darker than the ones you make in the workplace, on stream, in public, wherever. I'm not saying it's okay, but I could understand that. This, I don't understand it at all, and it's bullshit.
I don't know why you guys think I meant that in a racist way, you know? Like, I'm not racist to Asians, you know? I mean, Asians try to, you know, sing our songs, yo, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not being racist, you know? But if that did come off anyway, if I did offend any Asian person out there, trust me, man, I'm not racist. I love Asian. I love all, man. So I apologize if that came out that way. Love you guys, man. Peace out. Hope you accept my apology.
Now here's the thing, right? I do believe that I don't think that he is racist. I don't. And I don't believe him to be racist. Unfortunately, if you are to click on this thread and scroll down, there are other moments with similar attempts at humor, which I do legitimately think him and his team need to take a look at and talk to each other about, hey, I get that you're in the moment, because here is something that even I understand. I understand when you were in the moment and you were trying to be funny and shit slips. I get that. And it's something that you can work on and learn to filter in real time. Is it easy? No. Some people do it better than others, but that needs to be a conversation that him and his team have about trying to cut out, because there are assumptions and things that he has done to people who look a certain way that realistically, I could see someone just absolutely bashing his face in because of how offensive they may find it. It's very possible.
Indian? Oh,
here's another example of what I'm talking about.
so his name probably Muhammad. Hey, Muhammad. What's up, Muhammad? Abdul. I'm from India. Oh, so your name is? We're both from India. Oh, India. Yes. Ardigi. Aditi ako dupi dupi titita. Zubi dupi kaputawa chaputi.
And here's the thing. Inherently, I can't say that is racist, but you do that type of thing to the wrong person, I'm not a fan. I don't like it. I'm not going to sit here and say I've never laughed at a racist joke in my life, because I have. And there are jokes out there that do use aspects and elements of race and culture that I do find funny. But something as tasteless as just mocking an Asian language when it's very obvious that the guy was yelling what his race was in your ear, and you continue to double down on saying hi to him in Japanese, and then finally not even trying to speak Chinese and just making fun of the language. It's not okay. It's not funny. It's tasteless. Don't do it.